So yeah, I mean, if you're in the Clever Rat, you should keep it already. I usually actually do a fresh spice and then switch to Thief Ring, and then from here is what I usually go to warp to King's Tower. Just make sure I have the Thief Ring now. Alright, now, last stretch to False King Allant. I usually roll through this little thingies. I think in the original you can actually like run above them. I don't think you can in this one. I haven't even tried it, but just keep an eye on the archer one. Like, just be careful. She can sometimes like be wonky, so I usually just try to be behind cover. Like here, I'll go right to there, and just in case she like strafe to the left there and like trying to shoot me. The archer there is a little bit dangerous, but I haven't had much issues with her, I guess. And then I usually cloak here in this little hallway. I usually try to regen my stamina to be good there. And I guess you don't have to switch to Clever Rat with what I do. But I usually go around the corner of that guy, and then I usually do a running attack to this guy. That didn't push him enough, so I'm gonna do it one more time. What we can also do is hold on. I don't know what I'm doing right now, so maybe a better idea. But okay, that was not a good idea. I just want to show different things you can do. Maybe I'll just take the death, I don't know. It's not a big deal, actually. I do have some stones. Okay, I'll stand still so the things can phase through me. Okay, there you go. Ooh, okay. So what you can do also is hold Micellar here. And just make sure to roll whatever attack he does. What another thing you can do is like go up here and then bait him down, and then whenever he's like a little lower, just kind of run around to the left. Whatever you prefer, basically. Okay, I'm gonna re-cloak because I should have it by now. Before the fog. Skip this dragon, obviously. And then what I usually like to do is like get caught in this corner, just kind of walk. And then wait until the flames have passed by. Actually, let me try it again. That wasn't the best demonstration. Maybe I'll go back one more, a little bit. Yeah. I don't want him to kill the fire officials, the issue. Okay, go back. Okay, good. Let me just heal a little bit because I'm a little low. But yeah, so I usually have cloak by here to have that one not notice me yet. And then, like I said, I get caught in this corner. Wait until the attack is a little bit past the normal thing. Then run, make sure to batch of officials. And then I stall a little bit here. You want to stall for like 2 seconds. Because if you go too fast, like if you keep running, the dragon is definitely going to roast ahead of you. But now that I stall a little bit and he's about to roast, you can go. Do keep an eye on the fat officials. I like to definitely you know, just keep an eye on them. Like by turning my camera back around. They're definitely some pieces of shit sometimes, you know. So that's what I like to do. And as long as you have that like down, it should be fine. Like the fat fish is the worst part. The fire should be fine. The cloak I think helps a little bit with the RNG, like just getting them to not want to do the fire attack, because obviously it's a long range attack. But not even that always. Sometimes they do from close. Anyway, so the cloak doesn't matter there. I just casted it because I was talking about it. But what I like to do here is start running at this little pillar. And then just like hug the right wall as much as you can. And then do let go of stamina once real quick. Just very briefly. So you can actually get through the whole thing. And then yeah, you should be safe here. Then regen again and then start running again. And yeah, that should be pretty solid. If for whatever reason you need a stone at this point, you can go in here. Not too far away, but it is a little bit, I guess. I guess I'm gonna have Clever Rat because I do want to show you something really cool. This was found by Miltrivd. Actually, don't know how to say his name. We should call him Milt. He runs OG, and he found a very consistent way to get past Ostrava without killing him, and just yeah, it just jukes every single attack he does more or less. But what you're gonna do is basically roll through him through his right. So just as long as you dodge the attack he does, his hitbox can't hit you, basically. Because you already passed him by the time that happens. So this works with both the R1s and the R2s. Like even more so the R2s. The R1s are the scary one, but even that's pretty simple. Or you can just dodge like that. It's pretty silly. Yeah, so do it from this right, like I said. So do practice this a little bit. See, even if you miss time your roll for the R2, like because of the terrible tracking it has, it's not an issue. Yeah, rolling is obviously easy mode. You just need to know how to roll the sword attack. It is fast, so I do imagine this requires a little practice on your part. So maybe just do this, like just heal up, top off or something, so it doesn't kill you necessarily. Oh, okay. That's the scary bit. If he actually doesn't do anything, but that's very rare. No, in all fairness. Ooh, I was a little close, but even that was not good. Alright, yeah, and what I used to do before is I just oh, really? Did you really miss me? You did R2 right there. All right. Genius Ostrava. Anyway, yeah, that's what I used to do like in GDQ and stuff, because I didn't want to necessarily even come close to risking it, even though I knew it was consistent. I don't know. Don't judge me, okay? Don't judge me. I just want to be safe. Anywho, yeah, so, and you're here, if you have enough mana, just top off. And what I would recommend is keep an eye on your HP there. If you don't know, this doesn't refresh live, as you can see there. So I actually did regen a little bit there, but it wasn't showing. It's 4 HP every second, I think, or something like that. So what I like to do is just regen a little bit to around 140, 150. Like 157 is fine. You can do a little bit more, like one more. 161, but not no more than that, because I think 165 is the limit. Actually, yeah, 165 is the absolute max. If you do the math, 30% of 552 is 165, I think, exactly. So I do this because you can actually tank one wind attack from Allant if you have that HP. So that's what I like to do to have myself a little more survivability from range if he happens to hit me with that. If he hits you with anything else, or with a wind attack and a melee attack, you're fucked. But yeah. Alright, so this fight should not be too bad with Homie Solero, but do be warned that he is a glitchy nightmare sometimes, so you may have seen at some points he sometimes like do a backstep and then immediately do an insta charge. That's definitely very dangerous. Unlikely that we'll see it, because it's just one of those things that the fight doesn't last long enough. But if you get this hit and then 2 explosion attacks, this should be a 3-shot. Which, as long as he gives me good RNG, that should be... Oh! Wow. Oh, okay. Maybe I should have hit him a little bit later with the Soul Ray, because the explosion attack counts as a counter hit. Like a major counter hit. And if they all hit, that should be like 1,800 HP, I believe, for the thing. So if I had waited for my Soul Arrow to after the Homie Soul hit do the Soul Ray, it probably would have killed him right there. So that was actually insanely good RNG, which I don't get much these days, unfortunately. But yeah, I'll do this fight a couple times so you can see how it goes. I usually have my Old Spice like ready to go because I need to refresh at any point in fight. Like if I do have any left, I'll put it on. I'd also take off any healing, like if you want to do CR. The fight is surprisingly slow at full HP, even though it should still be a lot of damage. So I would just recommend practicing a lot. Like you may lose a run to him sometimes, it happens, but like in my GDQ run, not salty about that at all. Anyway, yeah, let's see how it goes this time. So it usually does that. I usually just try to roll into that attack and let that happen. If he does that, I usually do punish him like this. As you can see, the counter wasn't enough there. See, I survived an attack there. Yeah, so I still have that win attack from my HP, like I said. How much HP do I got? 160. Okay, yeah. I need to do slow. Yeah, as you can see here, I'm at 80 right now. I'm waiting for a couple seconds. It doesn't refresh unless if I like take it off and put it back on or something. Or I do this, which is what I usually do. Start triangle, start triangle, start triangle. Which I don't like to do because it's a little bit like flashy, but I don't know. I just want to make sure that I don't like like especially in a good run, I don't want to like lose my CR because that's fucked up. Like unless I'm really ahead, it's gonna be really fucked up to the CR right now. Let's see how this goes. If you guys see anything weird that I can just explain how to react. Okay, he could do that sometimes, which is annoying. That's just like fucked up RNG and you can't do much about it. Oh, if you have noticed me doing this, basically like the homing Solero range is garbage. Like sometimes the range that it will target is further away than its actual like distance it can travel. So if I face away like now, here. Okay, that wasn't a good example, but okay, see him out here. So he's gonna like target here, but as you can see, he's gonna despawn before it goes. So I don't know why they did that. It's so dumb. Yeah, so I face away so they don't target basically, as long as you're facing away. And then generally here, I usually wait for him to do an attack first before I do anything. Unless he starts walking. If he starts walking, I try to, I guess, see if it's worth it to do any attack. So I usually react to him mostly. So unless if he starts walking a little bit. But make sure to be far away if you're gonna attack or if you're gonna do something while he's far away. By the way, reminder that your present falchion does regen, but I don't think it's even gonna be enough for the top of this elevator. It's really slow. It's 1 per second, I think. 1 mana per second, or was it 4 seconds? Let's see. No, it's 1 every 4 seconds. Yep, nope, it's not gonna be enough, so. Like for a long running segment, like the swamp, it might be worth it, but not here. Especially because you cloak mainly, not anything else. Maybe for a mass attempt, I'll try full health and just show, just so long the fight can be longer. You can see what can go wrong. Alright, but again, opener, I always just walk a little bit past the carpet and do this, roll right into him. That's a very consistent opener. Sometimes I wait for him to do an attack like that and then I cast. Maybe a side hop is fine, but this is a little bit risky. Maybe somebody need to like hit him. Yeah, so that was a little risky on my part, but I knew I didn't have enough mana to do another, so. Okay, if I do full HP, I might. Okay, here's what I'll do. Might be clutch. I might heal inside the. Here's what I'll do. Just so I don't. If I'm out of mana. Because if I do full HP, I don't know if I have enough mana right now to finish him off, so I'm my concern. So I'm gonna top off here. I'm gonna enter the fog room in full Cleverat and do the opener same as usual because I'm confident in that anyway. And then I'm gonna heal after that, so I can see the rest of the fight normal. Yeah, hit him and then just make some distance. Heal. Yeah, so as you can see, that damage is really pitiful. Even this is a counter and is like, eh. Okay, I should be fine with the mana, but still. By the way, using an item most likely will have him attack, so usually it's a charge attack. If you're close, it might be a jump, or it might be like the slam attack. Ow. Oh shit. So yeah, I can do some spell cancels like that sometimes. Alright, and now since you don't got any word of Peace Plus Warp, I usually just wait for your arsenal to spawn and then I next you bind. And yep, that is pretty much all the run, boys. So if you see this cutscene, you're not soft locked. If you don't see it and the floor is still there, that means you soft lock, which means you PS plus the warp away from an archdemon too fast. Or next you bind, depending on what happened. So just be careful with that, like unless if you're really optimized, which even I don't try to push that too much yet. But unless if you're really trying to optimize hard, I wouldn't recommend being so clutch with the Mexia binds. Just wait until Demon Destroy thing pops up before you warp away. Alright. This is it. There is definitely a few little things more that I can describe on how to get through. I usually go to the left there because she's more to the left. Then run. Then I just regen stamina around the mouth here. Oh wait, no, not even. Just a little bit more and then I start rolling. I usually just regen enough to be able to roll the next one and get to the next one. But yeah, so this is a lot easier with type B. We found very early on. Like a lot of us just did female because we're all fucking just like to play female characters apparently. So a lot of us were doing type A. And even that, I don't necessarily like the animation style of A, so I think I'd quickly shift to B. And I never realized I didn't have the trouble with the branches anymore, but I didn't make the connection until later. That actually makes it a little bit easier. Anyway, to fight this fight consistently, or fast I would say, what I do is hold my solar from the fog, then run straight at him. And then when it's about to hit him, I do this, and then I do an R2. Then I do another cast, and then I do another 2, which I think I missed. No, I think it's fine. And then I 2-hand, and then, yeah. Pretty much it. Pretty much it. Okay, and then, real quick. Remember when I said earlier that if you do the press start thingy, it'll make some of the messages pop up or go away or whatever? This is the other instance where it happens for sure. Like, as soon as the Demon Destroy thing happens, I'm gonna press start. And then that's gonna make the cutscene, like, or the thing fall away faster, and the cutscene will pull faster. That's something I don't think a lot of people have noticed. Like, I've definitely commented here and there, but if you haven't heard me talk about it, you may not know about that. I found that out recently-ish. Look how good my character looks. God. Anyway. This light. Yeah, the last thing I'm going to mention is just how to kind of do the modern way to check your in-game time. So what I'm going to do here is do running tech at the maiden, but as soon as I hit the swing, I go to quit out. The second that you hit the maiden, the Pantheon registers your times as complete. And we know this also from the trophy of the game. Once you hit the maiden, you immediately get the trophy for the bad ending if you are doing a fresh run. So that means that the game is actually technically complete once you hit the maiden. It already registers that your game knows the ending it wants to do. And it's probably similar with if you do the good ending, like if you quit out as soon as you hit the fog or whatever. So if you want to check your time now, you can do load game, stay offline, and then you can check your IGT, which for me obviously is terrible because I've been doing a slow run to commentate. But yeah, for verification though, we do heavily asked. I would even say recommend what do you call it? Fucking require that you load back in to just show the cutscene to make sure that you did hit the maiden after all. Like you can hear it, you can hear and see her getting hit in the background, but just to be safe, we ask you to show it again because I don't know, maybe your connection dipped at the very end there. We couldn't hear or see that your character actually did hit it or something, you know? Just to be safe, we ask you to do this. And you know, it's a cool little cinematic way to end your speedrun or your guide like I am now. You know? And yeah, I mean, by the time you show that load game, that's pretty much the registered time. It's possible. I do a very quick quit out, so it's possible that that time, if I were to check the Pantheon, will be exactly the same. But if you're in the top 15, you can actually verify the Pantheon too, because it's possible that if you took long to quit out, you might be like a second or two behind your true time, so to speak. The Pantheon is always like the baseline, or like the benchmark where you go for, rather. Yeah, that's pretty much it now for Demon Souls Remake Ultimate 80% Current Patch Guide, as I'm calling it. I hope that it was thorough enough. If you do have any questions, do let me know in the comment section below. Of course, if I do anything to you that seems like either on my PB or in this video that you're not exactly sure why, I think I should have covered most of it. But if you're unsure, do leave me a comment and I will reply to it, obviously. Yeah, this was nice. It was pretty chill. I did it in one sitting. I didn't necessarily expect to do that, but it will be multiple parts. And yeah, I had fun finding some thumbnails mid-run, but it's giving me an idea for the kind of thumbnail I would like to do. Yeah, I hope it's helpful. I hope it's helpful to break down the run and why we do things. I hope you even, maybe if this is any fellow runner of this game already, hope you learned a little optimization that you can do that you maybe not thought of or didn't know about. I think I covered pretty much all the minute little details that I do, even for optimization. If not, I can always go back and re-record something in post or show my PB and do a voiceover then. So it should be complete once I actually get all this done. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed. I hope this is helpful if you do want to get started on speedrunning. I hope you have luck getting a PS5 even, though you're still getting one. I will shout out somebody, which might be unexpected. Fireborn with an O, I believe, instead of an O. With a 0 instead of an O. Jesus. I got inspired by his Hollow Knight no major glitches breakdown of this speedrun. Like I saw that, like actually trying to learn the speedrun or some aspects of it, and he gave me a lot of cool tips that I thought were really good. For me, it's a little less, like his is very long, and even though it's a shorter run, because he does explain a lot of little skips in minute detail. And for one, I don't think the skips in this game are as complicated, even though they're hard to learn sometimes or pull off consistently. But I do have the backups of my own guides, which I'll always link in the card and stuff. So I do have a lot of the heavy lifting done already on that. So I didn't feel like I needed to go as in depth with the skips or some boss strategies, but I did try to show like some things too. And not to mention that you do like destroy some of these bosses after a certain point, so you know, it's not as hard to say, oh yeah, Penetrator, you two-shot him. Yeah, it's nothing like Watcher Knights or something in Hollow Knight, or the Hollow Knight itself at the end. Yeah, random shout out to him. I don't necessarily like know him or anything. I only watch his YouTube content, but he's really fun. He's been good. I like his content a lot. But yeah, I guess that's it for now. I hope you have a good rest of your day. If you are starting to speedrun, let me know in the comments. I'll give you a big ol' love heart because I just love seeing new speedruns for this game, and I hope I'm easing the way into that too. It's just really nice seeing a lot of people pick it up. Even from the G2Q, I think I inspired some people to pick it up, and it's been great. So, and by the way, if you haven't checked out the G2Q run, I mean, because it is actually a speedrun, even though I had the help of Ashwind help me through the entire run, I couldn't go as in detail with a lot of things, and obviously it's not teaching somebody speedrun, I'm just explaining what's happening. We don't go as in depth, but that's also a very cool way to break down the run. I think we do a good job in breaking down what's happening in the run, even if we don't go in depth on teaching you how to do all the little things as in depth. Yeah, if you haven't watched that video, go watch it. It's fun. It's a really, really good run. The only thing I'm a little bit sad about is that I do die a couple times, and even more than my original run in the original Demon Souls. But yeah, I will just end it here because I am ranting, and I tend to do a lot when I'm in a freeform environment. But you know what? It's been fun. I enjoyed this video making. So yeah, I hope I can get to you guys soon. If you do like this content or just Demon Souls in general, do consider subscribing. I make almost exclusively Demon Souls. Like I might have one video every couple months that's not demons, but I love this game. I don't think it gets enough love, so I like to just make content. And right now I'm making a lot of tutorials and stuff, but I definitely want to flesh out a little bit, and I have a little bit here and there. Just after I get all the stuff covered I want to, but I just love this game so much, and I hope if you know any Demon Souls lovers who might like this channel for that, just hit them up with this video, or or my channel overall. And if you want to watch Demon Souls speedruns, you can catch me over on Twitch. That is my bread and butter. That's my main platform. We're currently on a partner push for Twitch partner. We're a little bit on the ways there, at least as when I'm recording this video. Hopefully by the time I do, it's getting closer and closer. But if you want to help me out in that, like honestly, I've had people come from my YouTube and like give me like a sub or something for like helping them with my tutorials, but you don't even need to do that. Like the most you can do right now, as I'm trying to get partner, is just come to my channel, give me a follow, and then if you have time and you can, just drop me a lurk as I'm streaming. Even if you don't actually chat, just as long as you like keep the sound unmuted on the actual Twitch player. You can mute a Chrome tab, but you don't have to, or the Twitch tab, but you don't have to, or you shouldn't mute the actual video. And as long as you don't minimize, I believe that should come me as a viewer, and I would really appreciate that. So yeah, no need for any financial support, I promise you. Like I do appreciate it, mind you, but the best way you can support me right now is doing that. So if you'd like to. Anyway, yeah, sub to my YouTubes, follow me on Twitch, and catch me live doing speedruns. I do them 3 times a week. Anyway, I will see you guys next time. Bye bye.